cognitive warfare is a priority for the Chinese state. They want to be able to shape narratives abroad in order to serve the interests of the state and of Beijing. And it's very interesting around Israel-Palestine. It's not the first time this has happened, by the way, when it's come to a conflict. But, when an algorithm on an app like TikTok, its parent company, ByteDance, very much a Chinese company, when they are so one-sidedly promoting a particular narrative, that is no mistake. That's something which will be as a result of state policy. We do not have the free flow of information in China. There's very, very strict control on the way that information is received in China and beyond. So why would they have wanted to do that? How would that serve their interests? That's where there's debate and where we don't really know. But my projection would be this. In the same way as an ongoing conflict in Ukraine serves the interests of the Chinese Communist Party, an ongoing conflict between Israel and Palestine serves the interests of the Chinese Communist Party.
How?
Well, they are saying that they want to try to take Taiwan. They have changed the party constitution in order to enable that. They have the biggest military build-up in history. They're saying that they're going to literally execute. They will impose the death penalty on Taiwanese, who they call separatists or people who are promoting independence. And if we are depleting our war chests on Ukraine and on Israel-Palestine, and everybody's attention is distracted and elsewhere, then it makes it much more possible for the CCP to be able to do what they want to do in the South China Sea with minimal pushback from the rest of the world. Why? Because we simply don't have the weapons. I mean, this is one of the arguments which is strongly made by some of the incumbents in the US administration. It's one of the reasons there's such a hard pivot away from Ukraine. Their argument is we cannot deter a war over Taiwan at the same time as sustain this conflict in Ukraine. We can't do it. So why would it serve their interests? Well, another very distracting war, which takes up all the political oxygen, which depletes our war chests, serves their interests. Why do we think it is that China is sustaining the war in Ukraine? The war in Ukraine is impossible without China.
How so?
Because, well, Zelensky himself said that over 60% of the components being used to procure that war are made by China. And then the economic relationship between China...
On both sides? Both sides' weaponry?
Well, Ukraine is also buying weaponry and drones and materials from China. But you got well into the 60th percentile of that on the Russian side coming from China, and an economic relationship which obviously circumvents sanctions, which, enables the Russian state economically. So, if China wanted that war to end, they could end it tomorrow, put it that way.